Casablanca, Morocco, the next footballing icon would emerge from the scene, and his name is Ani Babooli. Ani Babooli was born in the streets of Casablanca, Morocco, and from there, he would wake up every day in his very dimly lit apartment. I mean, look at it, it's lit by candlelight, for God's sake. This man would deliver pizzas by day to help make ends meet, but also would bartend at a nightclub every single night in Casablanca. But what really made Ani Babooli the happiest was when he was on the football pitch with his boys, tearing up the field, making defenders look like absolute clowns. This man Babooli was a menace on the field. No defender dared to defend him because they would risk being embarrassed and put on a highlight reel. And Ani Babooli had the skills to pay the bills, but unfortunately, nobody ever saw him play football until the right man saw him play football. And that was an agent for a small Spanish club. And after a few negotiations, a deal was made, and Ani Babooli left Casablanca, Morocco, and he went to Spain. And he stopped by every single beach, every single beautiful city in Spain on his way to his new club. And you see him making his way to Madrid. Don't get your hopes up. He's not at Real Madrid quite yet. His new team is just north of Zaragoza, a team in the city of Huesca. And that's right, Ani Babooli has gotten the opportunity to play for SD Huesca. And this is the club that has given Ani Babooli, the Moroccan magician, the chance to become the next icon. And so on his first day of training, Ani Babooli was excited to see his new teammates, to meet his new coach, and to see the team that will give him the opportunity to shine on the big stage. And although he's only in the second division of Spain, who's to say he can't get this team promoted to La Liga, where he can face off against players like Mbappe, players like Yamal. And after a very short preseason, Ani Babooli had one chance to shine, and he was able to provide an assist to his new teammate Silva. And that was enough for the coach. He has seen enough, and he made the decision. Ani Babooli was gonna be a first-team player at SD Huesca. And you can see Ani discovering the news that he is now a starter. A very exciting time for Ani Babooli, from the streets of Morocco to the second division of Spain, one of the greatest footballing nations on the planet. Can Ani Babooli make his mark and become the next big star in football? Only time will tell. And as we head into match week 1 of the Segunda Division, SD Huesca host Deportivo Leganes. And Miguel on the ball, passing it over to Malero, who has a long shot and just lobs it over the keeper from distance. And we find ourselves down 1-0 to a cracking goal. And Peña passing it to Juan Cruz. Miguel on the ball again, threading it through to Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz on the ball, having a shot, and it somehow finds its way into the back of the net. And Leganes absolutely tearing us apart. And Ani Babooli kicking the ball to Silva. Babooli with a decent bit of skill right there. Silva passing it to Babooli. Babooli on the ball. Babooli with a fake shot, getting past his defense. Babooli on the ball, having a shot barred down. Ani Babooli has scored his first professional goal in football. And Ani Babooli has brought his team back into the match. And Babooli unable to get the ball. Miguel to Juan Cruz. Juan Cruz on the ball. Juan Cruz in acres of space. Juan Cruz having a shot and scoring off the post. And Leganes coming away with a 3-1 victory. Ani Babouli's first match in professional football results in a loss. And you can see how disappointed he is by this result. And as we take a look at the table, we can see that we find ourselves in 19th place with a total of 0 points and a goal difference of -2. And we've got plenty of time to turn this around as we head into match week 2, where Huesca face off against Mirandes. And Ani Babooli looking to get a victory this time around. Thiago losing the ball to Babooli. Babooli on the ball. Babooli with some skills. Babooli passing it to Silva. Silva through on goal, having a shot and putting it into the back of the net. And Silva scoring once again with an assist from Babooli. Silva making the run. Babooli making the pass. And that was enough to see Huesca win this match 1-0 and pick up our first 3 points of the season. And with that 3 points, we rise up to 12th place in the table with a goal difference of -1 and a point total of 3 points. And we are slowly but surely making our way up the table. And now we head into match week 3 of the Segunda Division, where we face off against SD Eibar. And Sergio on the ball, passing it to Corpas. Corpas now to Javi Martinez, who finds Batista. And I'm not talking Dave Batista, but Batista has a shot, and Jimenez is there with the save. Sergio to Batista once again. Javi Martinez on the ball. Javi Martinez somehow getting past the defense. Javi Martinez through on goal, having a shot, unable to score. Javi Martinez to Tony Villa, finding Batista. Batista with a shot off the bar. Eibar are sniffing for goal. Sergio finding Olatesha. And Al Cain on the ball. Al Cain having a shot and smacking it into the back of the net. And Eibar taking a 1-0 lead. A very disappointing goal for us to concede, as it results in a 1-0 loss at home to Eibar. And you see the disappointment on Ani Babouli's face. He hates to lose more than anything. And taking a look at the league table, we fall down to 16th place in the league with a total of 3 points. Our record stands at 1 win and 2 losses after 3 matches played. And heading into match week 4, SD Huesca travel to face off against Ceuta. And here's Huesca now, looking to make some magic happen. Babooli on the ball, passing it to Silva. And Babooli having a long shot with his left foot, way wide. What the hell was he thinking? And just a few minutes left in this match. And Pina with a great tackle, passing it to Ani Babooli. Ani Babooli passing it and getting the ball back quickly, threading it through to Jordi Martin. Jordi Martin sending it through to Ani Babooli. Ani Babooli has a chance to win it in the dying moments of the match. Babooli unable to score in what will surely be the last chance of the match, as this match ends 0-0. Babooli had a chance to end it, and he failed to score. Something he can learn from for sure in the future. As we take a look at the league table, we see ourselves in 15th place in the league with a total of 4 points and a record of 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. And as we head into match week 5 of the Segunda Division, SD Huesca host Malaga. And here's the corner, getting swung in, and Pastor unable to score. Jimenez with a kick over to Babooli. Babooli brilliantly turning with the ball, taking a big touch and another big touch, but is unable to control the ball. An easy save for Jimenez as he kicks it over to Ani Babooli, who is unable to settle it. But Ani Babooli with a brilliant tackle, getting the ball, taking the ball in some space now. Ani Babooli taking a touch, but getting stopped by Puga. And Jordi Martin with a brilliant tackle. Ani Babooli now on the ball. Montero stopping Babooli, but Babooli relentless and not giving up. And Babooli now to Jordi Martin. Babooli making a brilliant run. Babooli through on goal. Right-footed shot. Unable to score. How did he not score that? Ani Babooli will be disappointed with that one. Babooli now passing the ball. Ramon is there with the interception. Joaquin finding Lobete, who passes it through to Waregi, who smashes it into the bins and puts our team in the mud at the last minute of the match. Malaya coming away with the victory, absolutely stealing the victory in the dying moments of the game, something Ani Babooli was unable to do. And we dropped down to 17th place in the league with a total of 4 points and a record of 1 win, 1 draw, and 3 losses. Things are looking bad for Ani Babooli at this moment. He's unable to score as much as he'd like, but match week 6 will give him the chance to do so against Deportiva La Coruña. And Mario S on the ball. And now Mulatieri. Mulatieri on the ball once again. Passing it to Mela, who passes to Mario S, barred down into the back of the net. And Huesca find themselves down 1-0 against Deportiva La Coruña. Jose Angel to Mario S. Mario S with some skills. And Mario S passing it to Maya. And Maya having a shot. Lower bins past the keeper. How the hell did he not save that? And Jose Angel to Mario S. Mario S on the ball. Mario S cutting in. Having a shot. And Mulatieri's there to put in the rebound. And Mulatieri putting Deportivo La Coruña up 3-0. A truly disappointing showing for us today. And Silva to Babooli. Babooli on the ball. Babooli still on the ball. Assessing his options, passing it. And Jordi Martin finding Babooli, who gets his way through on goal and has a shot and puts it into the back of the net. Ani Babooli finding himself on the score sheet, but it is a little bit too late. Or is it? No, yeah, I'm kidding. It definitely is way too late. Not enough time on the clock. Deportiva La Coruña coming away with a 3-1 victory over Huesca. Ani Babooli finding himself on the score sheet, but it means nothing as we collect a defeat. Our record stands at 1 win, 1 draw, 4 defeats, and a total of 4 points. And we find ourselves down in 20th place in the league. Not a good showing for Ani Babooli, but match week 7 gives us the chance to turn things around against Granada. And we are doing very poorly in the league so far. But there's always a chance to turn things around as Babooli passes to Luna and Silva passing it to Babooli. Babooli on the ball. Babooli still on the ball. Babooli getting the ball taken. What the hell is happening right there? Why are you taking the ball off Babooli? A bit of miscommunication there. But Babooli finds himself on the ball once again, threading it through to Silva. And Silva hammering it into the top left bins. Putting it into the back of the net and putting Huesca up 1-0 against Granada. A wonderful pass by Babooli and a wonderful goal by Silva. And Babooli on the ball. Silva with a no-look pass to Luna. Babooli galloping past the defense. Gallivanting through. Passing it over to Silva. Silva to Luna. Luna to Babooli. Babooli into the back of the net. A fantastic goal by Ani Babooli. And Pascual on the ball now. Pascual has some space. Pascual has a shot, but Jimenez is there with an easy save. And he kicks it over to Babooli, who's unable to get the ball. Liberto passing it to Babooli. And Babooli now doing some step overs and passing it over to Liberto. Liberto taking a big touch and another big touch. Passing it back to Babooli. And Babooli making a brilliant run, getting past the defense and putting it on his left and into the back of the net, giving Huesca a 3-0 lead over Granada. A fantastic goal by Ani Babooli, and now his form is starting to show, and he is starting to understand the Spanish game. And Sola having a shot and smashing it into the back of the net, but too little, too late, as Huesca pick up a 3-1 victory Ani Babooli with a brace and an assist as his team picks up a very important 3-1 victory. And with that very important 3 points, we find ourselves climbing up to 16th place in the Segunda División. A very important victory sees us with 7 points and a record of 2 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses. And as we head into match week 8, we have the opportunity to win back-to-back matches for the first time this season as we face off against Burgos FC. And here's Babooli on the ball. Babooli sending it through to Luna. Luna taking a touch, has some space. Luna cutting back, passing it to Babooli. Babooli finding Liberto. Liberto to Babooli. Babooli just wide of the post. And Sergio Glez getting stopped by Luna. Babooli to Luna. Luna to Babooli. Babooli through on goal. Babooli unable to have a shot. And Cantero with a big kick. But Pina is there to pass to Liberto, who finds Babooli. Babooli cutting back and playing with the defense. Babooli getting past the defender, having a shot and putting it into the back of the net. Absolute seize as Babooli runs over to the crowd and does the Babooli prance as he celebrates his goal to put Huesca up 1-0. And with just a few seconds left in the match, Burgos unable to answer to Babooli's goal. And Babooli helps his team pick up another victory, making it back-to-back victories for the first time this season. Ani Babooli helping his team with the 3 points by scoring a wonderful goal. And due to Ani Babooli's tremendous performances as of late, word is starting to come out of Huesca that there is a certified baller playing for SD Huesca, and his name is Ani Babooli. And now the media is starting to take note, and they want to talk to the man himself. Ani Babooli from the streets of Morocco over in Spain on national television. And with that victory, SD Huesca find themselves climbing up the table once again to 11th place with a total of 10 points and a record of 3 wins, 1 draw, and 4 losses. Ani Babooli earning himself an interview with the media and starting to make a name for himself on the big stage. That is where we'll end today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. This has been Dennis from Clowning Wall Gaming. Please be sure to leave a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Let me know down in the comments below what you think of this story, what you think of Ani Babooli, if you are excited to see the story of Ani Babooli, because I am sure as hell excited to show you the story of Ani Babooli, the Moroccan magician.